On second down, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Darnold now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Taco Charlton in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Prescott now on 2nd down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Steve McClendon, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Darnold on 1st down. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney!
First down carry now for Crowell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Leopard! Detroit!
Here's Darnold now on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cross. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Darnold on third down. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Detroit! Gone!
Throwing here on third down. Darnold got his man complete over the middle. That's Cross. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A dump off to Elliott. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. big play here for the Cowboys. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, the 20, 10, 5. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gun! Leopard!
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos for the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go. 4-8.
On 2nd down, Elliott. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Prescott to throw it. And he finds Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but it would start.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Irving with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame. And anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have. Make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go. Forward, in. Here we go. 47. 26.
They'll give to Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Here we go. 47. Good. 26.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
They begin with a run by Corral. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw on second down is Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that. He's
going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and 5. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Cross. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
This is Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Prescott. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott now. Throw left side complete. It's Wells. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
47. Here we go.
They go to Elliott again. And some room to roam now. Power running by Zeke. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 47. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. To throw is Prescott. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Crowell. And now running right through it. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Now Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. They'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 18 yards there and a first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play.